Good afternoon to you once again. You are looking live over False River, courtesy of Our Lady of the Lake Sky 9, and we're seeing a few more of those wispy higher altitude clouds build in, and that's going to be the general trend over the next couple of hours. But the other trend, temperatures are definitely climbing pretty quickly. Got a pair of 6s out your door right now, on our way back to the 70s, and it looks like we've got a lot more where that came from in the upcoming 7-day forecast. Winds aren't going to be doing too much. They'll be out of the west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Yesterday, getting to 62 degrees, closing out the year right on the money with where we should be this time of year, that being 62. And this morning's low, 36 degrees, but we didn't have any freezes across the area this morning, and it looks like we might be done with them in the short term anyway. We'll show you that also in the 7-day. Closing the book on the year, closing the book on the month of December, which, by the way, ended up being wetter than average, getting about 6.5 inches, although you'll recall, remember that 4th day of December, that first week of December, we had that one day right there with the record rainfall. Big part of our viewing area had 4 to 6 inches of rain in that one day. That basically accounted for the majority of what we saw that month. That was then. What about the entire year of 2025? How did we make out? Well, actually, it was very close to average, a near normal year, at least in my opinion. We topped it off right at about 60 inches of rain total at BTR Airport, and typically for the year, we'll get between 61, 62 inches, so really not that bad. Okay, we got a couple of cool things in the night sky, actually 2 things to talk about. Here's number 1, the first full moon of the year, and to that point, the first supermoon of 2026 as well. Now, the peak illumination on this, which is, by the way, the full wolf moon, or in this case, the super wolf moon, that's going to be early Saturday morning. But what's cool about this one is we should get 3 chances on January 2, 3, and 4. So beginning tomorrow night, and then several nights, we're going to be able to get a check on that, weather permitting, of course, and we need weather to permit for this. This is the second cool thing, the Quadrantids meteor shower, which is one of the decent, better than average meteor showers. It's typically the first one we see of the year. It will be this time around with a peak of 40 meteors per hour. Now, the best chance is Saturday night, but you could see it tonight for the next week or 2. Now, I put the visibility out there for Friday night. I don't think it's going to be a good view because we're going to get that cold front in the area, but on Saturday night, I think it's going to be great because we're going to be behind the cold front and we'll have much better visibility. Meanwhile, speaking of visibility, we don't see too much on the satellite radar. All the flickers of green on your screen not hitting the ground, and to that end, it looks like we've got to go a couple of states away to find that nearest rain. Actually, a pretty wet pattern between the Four Corners region back to California. They're getting inundated with rain. Did you see that video we showed you where we were talking about Pasadena and the Rose Bowl? They have to go back 20 years. It was 2006, the last time it, quote unquote, rained on their parade. That was kind of interesting. I found that amazing, though. 20 years where the weather has cooperated right up until this year. Well, it's not going to cooperate all the time, as we know here in southern Louisiana. Here comes the next front. And by the way, this is not going to give us a significant cool down. It's certainly not going to give us a significant chance of rain. We'll get a quick shot of a couple of showers very early Saturday morning, and that's it. It's gone with the wind, the rain's gone, the front's gone, and your outdoor weekend plans are good to go. You could see that big surge in moisture tomorrow. So tomorrow the humidity comes in, and that's when the rain chances come. But look at how the dew points drop back off again as drier air filters in. Whatever rain we get from this next system is not going to be of significance. In fact, the WPC has us generally between a trace and a quarter of an inch, which is fine, by the way, because we got the update on the drought monitor yesterday, and the center stripe of our viewing area is in good shape as far as drought. No drought conditions across the immediate Baton Rouge area. That's good. We like to see that. 70 degrees for the high for today. We started off mostly sunny and will gradually become partly cloudy. Then for tonight, the low temperature, not so low, getting down to 50 degrees. We'll definitely take that. What about the 7-day forecast? Okay, we're going to be living in the 70s almost every day, with the exception of Sunday getting in the upper 60s, but the rest of the forecast looking good. Stick around.